Hi, welcome to Man, We're Too Old for This. I'm your host, CDL113. With me today is...
The experience that some call Jason.
And the Todd Father.
Today we're going to talk about what the hell is wrong with Disney.
Look at you cleaning it all up. What the fuck's wrong with Disney?
We're all adults for today. We can use a lot of funny words.
Yes, I know that. All right. Todd, you want to kick us off?
Huh?
I thought about reminding you before we started recording. I was like, no. We've said it 3 or 4 times. He'll know to go with. Sorry, carry on.
Alright, so we've had some recent leaks with Star Wars Episode 9. I was telling the guys about it earlier. Coming out just a few days after Bob Iger's his book that came out that talked about how they basically gave George Lucas a shaft and how Lucas thought he was going to have a lot more direction as the way 7, 8, 9 was supposed to go, but apparently they went, hell with you, we got your babies now. And
They did away with what, 90% of his canon?
Yeah.
No, way more than that.
Pretty much.
There were decades of those books.
Yeah. But anyway, do we want to do spoilers? I'm iffy about it because to me, the Star Wars is already kind of spoiled and smells bad, so.
Yeah, let's just go with everything we've heard.
Okay. Rumor is Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter. And when she finds out that little tidbit of information, she runs to Octo. I think that's the name of the island that Luke was on where he was drinking the green titty milk.
Blue. I think it was blue.
Uh-uh.
No, that's right. The classic milk.
The classic milk is blue. Luke's milk was green, much like his lightsaber.
It was far more important that we see him drink that straight from the teat.
Yep.
Than have him react to Han's death or, anything that would have given his character any sort of depth or personality in that movie.
What the hell? How dare you dog out The Last Jedi? It was, a movie. Anyway.
It was actually a couple of movies I've seen before.
But anyway, Rey retires to that island, basically becomes Luke from the last movie, so we get more originality. We had creepy hermit Luke last movie, now we'll have creepy hermit Rey. We gonna race swap creepy hermit Luke. Gender swap creepy hermit Luke. So anyway, she retires there. Luke's ghost basically comes and goes, you shouldn't do that. The rumor says that not only does she have Luke's lightsaber, but Leia's by the end of it. There's supposed to be some, I think, montage at the beginning showing that Luke actually trained Leia in the Force, which,
Which makes sense story-wise. My problem with this is they are undoubtedly, I'm going to call this now, and I'll admit to it later if I'm wrong. They're going to make her get Leia's lightsaber like it's some kind of emotional something. When this will be the first time we've ever seen the lightsaber, that we had any hint that she had one.
Unless you count the comic books.
Which you can't.
But you can't. That old stuff's not canon.
It's not canon.
Yep.
Yeah, if you go to the old novels and stuff, yeah, she was running around with a scarlet lightsaber, which was different from the crimson one the Sith used some kind of way.
The words are different. It was more pink.
Apparently.
But it's.
Or it was a sign of kind of reconciliation with, her parentage or something.
Well, it would have. My only thing with that is, if it's true, it would have been nice to have seen that before she married Poppins through space.
If you just didn't hang on her belt,
That's all you needed.
then when she starts using the Force, like, okay, well, it's not surprising that she can use the Force. Didn't know Force users could marry Poppins, but hey,
I know Force users could survive in space
a person can survive in space as long as she did.
after an explosion.
That's what the Jedi part is. That and flying through space.
Because I'm pretty sure Admiral Akbar bit it.
Yep.
He was in that same explosion.
It's a trap.
But I don't know. That would have been nice to have had before the Mary Poppins truthfully, we could have done completely without the Mary Poppins, you know. But I digress. Anyway, she gets Leia's lightsaber, and apparently she uses both Anakin's and Leia's to fight Palpatine.
You know, that is something I'll be curious to see, actually. How do you Florentine baseball bat style?
That is interesting, because none of them have any of the
they've
cool
gone
flourishes.
straight back to the old school, I'm swinging a baseball bat at you.
That's true.
Style of fighting. So what's she gonna do? Run up and do a drum solo? She's been playing Beat Saber in her spare time. Now she's awesome.
Well, she was awesome before.
Yeah, now you have an explanation for why she's awesome.
Now, remember, at the end of the last one, she recovered all of Luke's Jedi/Sith artifacts that Luke had amassed.
She had books.
No, she had the sacred text.
She had
That's all
books.
she had. She had the Jedi sacred text.
Well, maybe they've got, like diagrams in there.
We can hope.
And just Luke never
We can hope. I'd like to have one really good lightsaber fight out of this trilogy. I ain't expecting it. I'm just saying I'd like one.
Man, they got rid of all that stuff. You know why?
Don't
Because the fans liked it.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
Guys like that. What? How dare you have cool sword fights?
Violence? You can't have violence. No,
Well,
you bring my kid.
You can have violence. You just can't have, swinging phallic symbols. It's patriarchy.
Well, they've already learned the patriarchy was the one buying the merchandise. I mean, if you just boil it down.
Have they learned it, though? Because it looks like Marvel is sitting there going, shh, look at these movies. They way too damn successful. It's ruined that shit.
Can't say for sure. But I suspect that is less Marvel Studios saying that and more Disney saying that to Marvel Studios. I think that's why this phase is so short. This upcoming phase is so short. I think somebody in the Marvel Studios section kind of knows what's coming.
Well, good Lord. Only thing they'd have to do is look at the sales of the books when they did that shit. When they basically went, rip. Everybody you love is gone, and here's their replacements. And people went,
I'm not buying that.
that's money I can save.
Here's all my money, and here's it. It's going back in my pocket.
It's because they'll tell that lies. Oh, people love Foster's Thor.
But the readership cut in half, and they've canceled the Thor book now, so obviously not.
Well, no. Odinson was back by the time they canceled the book. He just ruined. Missing an arm, missing an eye, Mjolnir's a piece of crap with like a gnarled piece of tree for the handle. Yeah. Marvel has like a total of 3 books now that sell. Immortal Hulk, House of X, Powers of 10. That's all anybody cares about in Marvel anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
They have ruined everything from Captain America to the Avengers. It's just like, the hell of them. But instead of looking at that, because remember back when they used to say, well, Disney doesn't really care about Marvel Comics because it's just research and development for the movies. Isn't a part of research and development trying something and when it don't work going,
Trying something else.
I'm not going to bring that to the movies. They ignored
The definition of stupidity and futility is doing the same thing over and over again, getting the same results that don't fit what you need it to do, and go, I think I'm going to do the same thing over again. And it's
That's a sign of insanity.
Yeah, it's
a sign of
You
insanity.
keep doing the same thing over and again, expecting a different result.
But it's one of those kind of things where you go, I know it's not popular now, apparently, for guys to like stuff, like Batwoman. They'll go out of their way. No, guys won't like this. You're playing around in a guy's hobby.
Yeah,
It's a guy's hobby.
you pretty woman in a skin tight suit and tell her, do this. Most guys are going to sit there and go, I'll watch that. It's the females.
It's when you go, well, guys aren't crap. It's when you go, when you've got the character sitting there going, well, I'm doing this, but she's doing it with his tech, his base, all his shit. She's not doing anything herself. Which is kind of how they've got Batwoman set up so far.
Which is the way they have got Rey set up. Because if the rules are true, by the end of it, she'll have Anakin's lightsaber, Leia's lightsaber, Han's Millennium Falcon, Luke's X-Wing,
Which is another one of the
Chewbacca.
Luke's home and his last name.
I don't think you had mentioned those last two.
Yeah.
As far as the actual
Yeah,
Go ahead,
the that's been the rumored ending of it. The ending is supposed to blow everybody's mind that she takes Luke's last name.
Yeah, you know. If
Good
my
God!
other last name is Palpatine, I'm just saying, in setting, I can see why she'd do that.
Yeah, cause that's worse than having the child murderer. The Skywalker name ain't exactly ain't exactly bloodless.
No, but in that setting, like at the end of Last Jedi, you know, Luke's last stand added to his legend.
And most
So the first
folks-
person anybody in that world or that setting thinks of when they hear Skywalker is Luke. Because Vader didn't run around with the Skywalker name.
Yeah.
It may be part of the story, the knowledge may be out there, but it's not, you don't associate it.
As far as most of the
Well,
universe, Anakin died. Vader was some dude that popped up. Oh, he's Sith. We don't know where they come from.
Yeah, like I said, I guess that all depends on how much of.
And for all you know, Skywalker's like Smith.
Well, you know, the old canon, you had folks running around calling Organa Lady Vader. They knew.
That was specifically a species that Vader had used as kind of his personal butt monkeys.
But you had in there, people knew that, that's.
Yeah,
Darth
it had
Vader's
become very
kids.
public knowledge
Yeah.
there. I don't know if it is in the new canon or not.
Yeah. And that's kind of the question. All I'm saying is if you talk about, oh, no, I'm getting a name with less blood on it. You know, Palpatine is basically, he's an unpopular politician, but you never got the impression that he was looked at universally as a monster. You knew he was a monster and a Sith Lord and all that, but
A dictator, maybe.
he was a dictator, but you don't necessarily, there's not a whole hell of a lot you can go back and go, that son of a bitch did that, other than all around. But they were uppity.
And even Alderaan, as a politician, he passed that off on Tarkin.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, this guy went rogue, and
Yeah. Hey, we would create super weapons. Why? Because you might need them.
Oh, we got a rebellion to crush, yeah.
We got terrorists running around. That Saul Guerrero guy, that's crazy.
He was.
Yeah, actually I liked him. Anyway, but I'm going off on a rant. But anyway, it does
The
not.
name of the episode is "What the fuck is wrong with Disney?" This was going to be a rant from John.
That's really not a rant though. That's anybody with sense.
Oh, it's a legitimate question. That's going to lead into some ranting.
I mean, this literally could be like a business show. Well, I went to business school. Why? To make money. What do you do first? Piss off the people that give us money. Huh? Yeah. Pissing off the people that give us money. And then we come up with all these reasons why the shit that we do now doesn't sell.
And then we will call them names, and they no longer give us their money.
Well, no, they called you names when you complained about it.
Yeah.
When you went, that don't make sense. That breaks the canon. Up yours, ismphobe. You want Rey to be trained because you hate women. Not because, you've been watching Star Wars your whole goddamn life and every damn body you ever seen that was a Jedi. No matter how powerful they were, they were all trained. But that, like I said, that was because Kathleen Kennedy and her ilk could not bear to see Rey call Luke Master Luke. She was a Padawan. She was going to have a master. And by God, she's woman. Hear her roar. She touched the lightsaber and all this knowledge.
Yeah.
Even the Palpatine thing is an excuse.
Yep.
Well, see, she's that powerful because she's Palpatine's granddaughter.
Great, but she still
Nice.
needs to be trained.
Nice. Palpatine had a master. His name was Pelagus. He still had to be trained. That still don't explain Rey's Mary Sue ass. And this is, and if the rumors are true, this is one that basically goes, any argument that she's not a Mary Sue, you take that shit and throw it completely out the window. She has earned nothing.
If they had just said, okay, she's good at using the Force because it comes natural to her. Okay, they showed that with Anakin when he was a kid.
Showed that with Luke.
They showed that with Luke.
Neither of them was using the Force consciously, though.
Yeah, it was not something
Until
that
they
they
actually
just
trained.
you know, like, I'm gonna do this and pull an object across the room. No.
Yeah, you
He
might
was-
have your reflex would be enhanced. Might have kind of a sixth sense to you, and that was really about the extent.
That's
of it.
about it. Yeah. If you read the novelizations of Phantom Menace, Anakin was really kind of adult for his age.
Yeah.
But that's about it. You wasn't going, I'm gonna eat Mama eat my broccoli. Eat the broccoli, bitch. And then she eats it. You know, you wasn't pulling Powell's train shit out of your butt and going,
Well, you know, what I was gonna say is, you didn't see any of them walk by a lightsaber and know instantly how to use it. You didn't see them see one fight and go, oh, I know how to stop that. No. Hell, Ray
Ray didn't even have that. The way they have Ray done in these movies would have literally been like if 9-year-old Anakin had fought Darth Maul and won.
Yeah.
Because you had a trained Sith assassin versus a 9-year-old child who touched Qui-Gon's lightsaber and kicked Maul's ass. And then they wonder why. Well, they had to bring Palpatine back. Why? You don't have a villain worth crap. Who the hell's scared of Kylo Ren?
He's lost in every movie he's been in.
Yeah, he's a complete flop. Nobody hell he ain't fit to touch Vader's helmet. Truthfully,
Nope.
he's like the millennial villain. He throws a good temper tantrum. He can't fight for shit. He whines all the goddamn time. He took that from the Skywalker line at least.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a whiny bastard.
Because once Anakin went to the dark side, he, you know, did get a little whiny.
Well, he was whiny before.
Yeah, but he got worse about being whiny. This suit don't fit.
Well, that's kind of.
For half of a book, and then he was the Vader. You know, then he grew into the Vader you knew.
But the trick is, Anakin was whiny from jump.
Yeah, he was whining the movies. You know.
He doesn't trust me. I'm more powerful than this. What about me?
Why am I not on the council?
Well, they cut out a bunch of shit of the council. The council would have made a lot more sense if they'd have left
Yeah,
the
he
story.
was not upset that they weren't making him a master because he thought he should be a master. He wanted access to the archives the masters had access to try to find a way to save Padme.
Yep. Yeah, he had a purpose in that, but they basically went, we'll cut that out because why? Make the movie make sense? Yep. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was one walking out of Jason knows when I walked out of episode 3. I was like, this was some bullshit because I'd read the book first and was all hyped for all this cool shit, and none of it happened in the movie.
Yeah.
And I was mad as hell walking out of there.
That was when I enjoyed it more when I watched it the second time.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go in expecting the extra stuff.
So you think Last Jedi'd be better if you watched it the second time?
I didn't really go to the Last Jedi expecting anything, and yet was still disappointed. So no.
We were standing in line for that going, oh God, we got this damn podcast, we gotta watch this shit.
The only thing I like out of The Last Jedi was, you know, I thought it was funny, you know, Kylo thinks he's going to face Master Luke, and finally, you know, he's shot all this, you know, laser stuff at him, and the smoke clears, Luke's still standing there, like, okay, now that's an impressive Force trick. And then he charges up, yeah, it's a Force ghost, or Force projection, or whatever. It's like,
Literally.
okay, I was not expecting that, so me as the watcher, you know,
I was sitting there that whole time going, that ain't how Force powers work. There's some shenanigans here somewhere. How in the hell did Luke get here? Sans jet. Why in the hell's he got how's he got Anakin's lightsaber when we've seen that broken? That's some bullshit. That was again, and that's something I had from Force Awakens was, you don't know how Force powers work. You show me you don't know how Force powers work. Did you fire everybody when Lucas left? What in the hell?
Well, you know, Kennedy went out of her way to get directors that didn't know crap about Star Wars.
Yeah, she did get rent, and
You know, she did not want anybody that was going to argue with her that, you know, her take on it was completely contrary to the previous movies.
Force is female.
She didn't want anybody that's going to sit there and tell her, I don't think the fans are like this, because she was about, you know, she was F the fans.
That's true, because that's like I said, like we were talking earlier. That's kind of what the fuck's wrong with Disney thing with this is you see the MCU going down that same track. Okay, we did this in the books, it didn't work. We did this with Star Wars, which has generational fucking fans. Everybody sitting here at this table is generational. Hell, I saw the original Star Wars when I was fucking 6.
yeah, I was sitting at the theater
Yeah, I saw it at a drive-in. It's got generational fans. It's easy money. It's literally easy money. If you did a Star Wars movie, we're going.
The thing that Disney did was they didn't just throw the baby out with the bathwater.
They burned the house down.
They threw the pan that they washed the baby in. They threw the soap in the rag.
What you
and
want to
then
do
they
in these
lit the house on
situations
fire.
is expand your fan base. Not throw the fan base away so you can go get a new one. It's the whole bird in the hand's worth two in the bush kind of thing.
And now with Galaxy, now you see them making excuses. Well, Galaxy's Edge not doing well. Well, because you basically said fuck your fandom.
Yeah.
When your fandom went, hey, this isn't going along with, the thing that we've loved all this time. You went, fuck you, ismphobe. You don't like women. I just wanted to be trained. That's all. Just train the motherfucker, and I'm cool with it. You sitting there like hell. You don't have people that like Mara Jade Skywalker. That didn't like growing up with Princess Leia. You didn't have Jaina Solo. You didn't have what's the girl from the Clone Wars?
Ahsoka.
Like Ahsoka doesn't have fans. You basically say, oh no, you just hate women. No, we don't like Mary Sue. That could have been a guy. You could have had a guy come in there and doing all that shit, and I'd have the exact same damn reaction.
Be the same.
I give you a good example: the John Wick movies.
No.
First two movies, you see a couple of females in the first two movies that can shoot and fight. Ruby Rose in the second one. You get to the third one, you got Halle Berry. When he goes to her and is like, "Hey, I need help. I'm calling in my marker." You're like, okay, she must be pretty good if, he's calling in a marker to her. When you see them fight together, yeah, it's believable. It's not this, okay, she's been trained, she's done this, she's got mileage on her from the job. When they brought Rey in, yeah.
Well, she's young. She's fresh-faced.
She's fresh-faced. But all of a sudden, they've got her doing stuff that it takes masters generations to learn.
It took Luke. It took
a master generation to learn something.
Okay.
No.
You die.
The trick is, hell, it took,
decades.
it took Luke 3 movies not to suck. It took Anakin 3 movies not to suck. It took Rey all of 30 minutes not to suck.
Luke was training for at least months, kind of between Empire and Jedi. But there's always,
Yeah.
I'm iffy on exactly how much. There's always time jumps
Yeah.
between those two, between the original trilogy movies. There's a guy on YouTube that I watch occasionally, Ranton? Chinese guy, does a lot of video game reviews and whatnot. I started watching when he reviewed a BBC documentary on Shaolin that I had watched. I'd watched the documentary, thought it was neat. I saw his thing on Is It Fake? Because he'd lived at that temple for 3 years and trained with them. And he talks about how amused that some of them are when like a Westerner comes over there that, he's a black belt in America, been training 5 or 6 years. He goes, and they show up thinking they'll be at least as good as a 1-year student that's been training at the temple. He goes, and they're not, because over here, you've been doing it as a hobby for a few hours after work or after school. He goes, over there, it's like our full-time job when you're training. You're in there 6-8 hours a day training, and it makes a huge difference. So you wouldn't have had a big time jump between the movies. Luke wouldn't have to be training there necessarily for years because of how kind of, I guess you'd say, concentrated the training would have been. But you got to do some training.
Yeah.
Going, yeah, I ain't training yet, and then letting her swing a lightsaber 3 or 4 times at some rocks, almost killing 9, isn't going to
But the trick
equate
is,
to her fighting somebody in a sword fight.
But the trick is, hell, why be bothered with that? Because she'd already beaten Kylo Ren by that damn point, just from going, touch the lightsaber. I'm God now.
And I think them having or what the leak supposes is going to be, the montage of her training with Leia is to try to mitigate some of that.
But it's too
But
late.
it's too late. He did it in the wrong order.
Yeah, it's
It's the cause before the, or it's the cause
after the effect.
That's
Yeah.
not going to work.
Yes, too late. That's the thing is, they can pull out whatever the hell they want to. This trilogy is trash. The only hope for Star Wars, truthfully, is to have somebody come along after they fired this damn crew that's in charge now, and they basically go, yeah, the 7, 8, 9 you saw, yeah, Luke was drinking. That blue milk he drank, yeah, it was spoiled, and this is what's actually happening, because this trilogy is done.
That's what I would love to see.
You know, that whole, oh, this is the end of the Skywalker line. No, Skywalker's line ended at the end of Revenge of the Sith, because 7, 8, 9 ain't worth shit.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're talking about,
Old Republic.
no,
The Mandalorian?
Kevin Feige?
Yeah, Feige.
Thank you. I knew I was thinking the right last name right. Anyway, but they're talking about maybe having him do a trilogy, which is them going, okay, Marvel is gold. We'll get the guy that's made this gold to fix Star Wars for us. Trick if they're getting ready to trash.
Yeah, they're about to trash Marvel.
I mean, Kevin could not do a worse job. At least his movies would be interesting. I think his movies would be more interesting. I think the action. I think he'd have the fights looking better.
Yeah, I know. Because I don't. Feige can't fix what's wrong, and the trick to that, the trick that's wrong with Star Wars, and I'm expecting it to be the exact same with the MCU, is anytime the fandom goes, I don't care about your damn agenda, I just want to see the shit that I grew up with loving, and they go, fuck you.
Yeah.
That's the trick, is if you just sitting at this table, God knows how much money, hell, just the two of us have spent on fucking Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, you can remember a time, hell, with Revenge of the Sith, every time I saw one of the 500 first figures, I was buying it. Hell, you go to Walmart, Target now, the Star Wars section's about that big. And you think, oh, Triple Force Friday's gonna fix that. Nobody wants this shit.
No.
Because you've told the people that invested time, money, energy, standing in line for hours, getting up at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning so you could see that shit opening day and all that. You basically told them, fuck all y'all. Every dime you've given us is pointless. We don't value you. We don't give a shit about you because, damn it, we're going to go and kiss the asses of people that ain't coming. Women grow up, men grow old. To basically spit on a male fandom from a pop culture standpoint is the dumbest shit you could do, because I like Star Wars at 6. I like Star Wars at 16. I like Star Wars at 26, 36, 46, and hell, if I'm alive, 56. Well, not now, because hell, you basically killed it. But if you had left the damn shit alone,
You will still love the original trilogy and
Yep.
prequel.
One, it was Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
When they did that big promotional that y'all saw me at it. They had, all these toys coming out, and I had mentioned to my wife, I'd like to go toy shopping. Well, when does it start?
midnight.
Midnight. And I expected her to look at me and go, you've lost your damn mind. These two can vouch for it.
Yeah, because we were
We
there.
ran into him at a couple of stores.
Yeah.
My wife carried me to every Walmart in the Huntsville, Madison Square area. Or Huntsville, Madison County area, not Madison Square. And Toys R Us, everywhere. And I picked up every figure in the
The only person
line.
looking at him like he was crazy that night was the woman that he asked about Darth Spud.
Yep.
She looked at you like you had lost your damn mind.
Yeah.
And Todd's having to sit there and go, no, it's a real toy. It's a Mr.
Yeah,
Potato
but
Head
the
dressed
one-
up like Darth Vader.
The one figure my
It's
wife
a real
wanted,
thing.
she wanted the Darth Spud figure, which is Mr. Potato Head as Darth Vader. And so I'm like, we'll find you one. But she got in there and she helped me look through the pegs and find every figure in that run. And I can remember us getting out from 12. We got out before 12, but we got out, and then when I got done, we had a RPG game that day. I went and played, and they were like, I'm surprised you're still awake. I'm good. Now, when I got home, I crashed out cold as a wedge, but it's still one of my fondest memories because my wife didn't look at me like, something was wrong, and I was a
No,
grown man.
she didn't do that until we all got together standing into the fucking aisle going, nerd, 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 spaz, nerd. And then she was like,
Then it was,
all right,
then it was Family Guy Creep Away.
yes, I just want
But it's one
But
of
the
those.
thing is, men don't grow up.
No,
If you can hook a man, if you can hook a young boy, you got a customer for fucking life. Women grow up. They eventually go, you know what? This shit's for kids. I'm leaving alone. Men look, for the most part, women don't do that shit.
I would say, I'm thinking about my mother, she's a big sci-fi fan. You will always be able to get mother, not that she goes to the movies a whole lot, but you'll always get her interested enough to watch your movies. But she's not going to be buying the merchandise.
Yeah.
She's not really going to be buying the book.
Well, here's the thing when Danny said Jennifer wanted Darth Spud. I'm pretty sure Jennifer would have been content with Darth Spud whenever she got one. As opposed to a guy that's there at fucking midnight going, where's Darth Spud?
Well, see, Jennifer, the Mr. Potato Head, was a fond memory gift that her grandparents gave her for Christmas one year.
Like I said, that's
And so when she
most
found
grown
out,
people's thing for getting toys. What I'm talking about is a mature person can wait.
yeah,
Male nerds don't wait. Oh, this shit's $120.
And if you're thinking about it from the business standpoint,
That's who you want.
she wanted that one figure because it reminded me of something I had as a kid. It's kind of cutesy on its own.
Yeah.
It's one little something. As opposed to you, or you, to a lesser degree me, that would just sit there going,
Yeah. I went in there basically going, I want everything with a lightsaber.
yeah, the Jedi were pretty much all I was buying. And
I-
Jango Fett.
I
Yeah.
bought one of every one of those figures. I'm not lying. I did. And Jennifer, she was so cool about it. And I can tell you right now, I think I've bought 4 Star Wars figures since then.
Hey, Bob. The last Star
If-
Wars figures that I bought was after we came out of Rogue One. We both went, K2SO is the coolest damn thing since ever. Let's find one. So I got a little K2SO and I got a little Darth Vader, and that's it. That's the last time I bought shit.
Yeah, the variants that or the ones I bought on figures from, like I bought all the bunch of the Darth Mauls in this different costume came out afterwards. I bought those, and I want to say I bought the Vader that came out from that line, and that's all. But it's one of those things of, like Todd said, we grew up in the '80s. We were, young kids and teens in the '80s. G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats,
He-Man.
He-Man. We will still go and look for those kind of figures, and we,
It's the reason some of them lines are still around.
yeah. I mean, some of them haven't.
But again, who's doing that? It's men. Women grow up. They get responsible. If there's certain shit that you come to a woman and you go, I want to do this, and she's going to look at you like you're crazy. For the most part, women were not buying $120 lightsabers.
Mm-mm.
That's men. Because you're not giving them to a child. You ain't giving a kid a damn lightsaber for him to go hit it up against a damn tree and get paid $120 for it. She's sitting there going, you really going to pay $120 for this shit? But a guy sitting there going, but this loops, it's green. That's the lightsaber I wanted growing up.
Yeah.
And you'll do that shit. Hasbro right now has a Unicron for $600. I don't know if it's going to make it, but hell, right now you got over 5,000 people that have said, shit, bring that damn thing on. That's a car payment. That's more than, hell, that's 6 months of my car payment.
You were talking about the
Women
lights.
ain't gonna do that shit. A woman will sit there and go, why in the hell are you gonna spend $600
Not in general.
on a damn toy?
You were talking about them lightsabers. I can remember when they came out, and Jennifer and I were at Toys R Us, I want to say, and this guy, he had picked up the Darth Vader one. It's either Darth Vader or Darth Maul, but it was red, and he picked up a blue one. and he was going to buy both of them. And his wife was like, "Do you see how much those things cost?" And he just turned around and stopped. He went, "How much did you just pay for your purse the other day?" And she just shut up. She didn't say another damn word. And he decided he turned around and picked up the green one also. He just got 3 of them. He goes, "I forgot you bought the wallet that went with it," and walked right on to the cash register. And she just, you know.
I give her points though. That was at least a certain amount of fairness. When he pointed out, she was like, "Yeah, okay."
But the trick is, running off fandom is insane. Oh, Galaxy's Edge is failing. And then they'll go, oh, it's because kids don't like it. You know why? Because their daddies ain't pushing them into it no more. Hell, look at Hitman and his...
Or the kid wants to go definitely. Screw that, right?
Yeah, look at Hitman and his son, how much stuff Cody's into that hell, it's because his dad's in there go, this is the coolest damn thing since ever. You like Voltron? Ah, your Voltron sucks. Here's the real Voltron. Here's the... Fandom is one of those things, a lot of times, that hell, it's past.
Mm-hmm.
But hell, when you turn off that fandom, fuck you, ismphobe. Well, the hell with it then. Let it rot. Let's see it stand on its own. Well, Dad is sitting there going, this is a piece of crap. I'm looking up to Dad, it must be a piece of crap. I ain't interested. Mom ain't doing that. Shit, she ain't running around here. Come on, kid, let's go.
How bad do y'all suppose it's going to have to get before Disney will set their agenda aside and remember that first and foremost, we are an entertainment company.
They're going to
Our
have
products, first and foremost, have to be entertainment.
they're going to have to put out a movie that doesn't even make anywhere close to what they put into it, and the line is going to have to sit there on the shelf collecting dust.
Well, the Lions are already doing that.
Lions been doing that.
You know,
The folks, they ran off the folks buying the shit.
yeah. When the section for your line of toys used to be considerable, has been cut at least by a third.
And then most
Just
of
the
that
past
is
few
Fortnite figures.
As a kid, I can remember going on the toy aisle, and you had a chunk of it was G.I. Joe, a chunk of it was Star Wars, a chunk of it was He-Man, and a chunk of it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then a chunk of it was, Hot Wheels, and another chunk of it was, model kits. You don't have that kind of stuff anymore.
No, you'll have little, 8-foot sections, 8-foot sections a lot of times. Star Wars, in a lot of places, Star Wars doesn't get that much space now.
Yeah.
Star
they're
Wars
getting like
Star Wars is a little bitty
2 or 3
sliver.
foot section.
Yeah, sliver of stuff. Cause it's like, oh, who in the hell wanted Rose Tico?
Who's Rose Tico?
The little Asian girl with
Oh, okay.
popped up in the last one. The blue hair.
Now the trick is, in the heyday, some of those characters would sell.
Oh yeah.
Because people were wanting, a lot of the collectors wanted
Everybody. Hey, it's that guy sitting over in the corner. Did he do anything? I know. We had to make up a name for his ass.
We were calling him Walrus Man, the first figure we put out of it. Now he's got a name.
Hey, it's Ponda Baba. Still Walrus Man to me. I don't give a shit. But yeah, you had completists and stuff like that. I can guarantee you what they were too. It's fucking guy.
90% of the time, please.
Sitting there going, hell, I want to set up this diorama, and I want everybody, including the motherfuckers that had no discernible meaning to the plot. I just want them sitting there so it looks right.
When the first Star Wars movie and the second Star Wars movie came out, my female cousin bought 4 different figures. She bought the little bitty Leia, and then when they came out with it, the 12-inch, like the she had.
Because back then you only had the little ones, and you had a few of the 12.
And she bought a Han because Han and Leia had to go together. Then when the second movie came out, she bought the Bespin Leia, and she bought a Han Solo because she liked those 2 characters, and that was it. And she never opened them; she just set them up on her.
She just wanted. It was just, hey,
It was a
I really like
romance
this movie. Here's just a little something.
Yeah. And like I said, when I say that, I'm not saying the Star Wars didn't have female fans, because they do.
Oh yeah,
But the trick is,
guys
they like
chunks.
But the trick is, guys buy chunks, and they liked it before they started pandering to them.
Yeah.
When you started basically going to, like you said earlier, to hell with the fan base, because we want a brand new fan base, and then they sit there now and go, why ain't people going to Galaxy's Edge? Because you told the people that would have, fuck you.
Well, see, go back to Lucas in the very beginning. When he pitched the movie idea, the studios were like, He's like, look, I'll take
Sci-fi
the
was still super geeky at the time.
Yep.
I'll take
And
the toy rights.
and they were waiting on Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
That was the trick. Everybody was waiting on Flash Gordon.
It was the established property.
Yeah.
It had had successes in its past.
Yeah.
But you know, he said, I'll keep the toy rights. Y'all take such and such. I'll take less. You know,
That's a big chunk of wine. He's a billionaire now, too.
yeah. And it's like when the toys came out, kids were like, I've got to have them. But
Well, that was
90,
because of the
95%
damn
of
movie.
them were men.
What was a
Or
boy? It was
boys.
boys' toys. It's fucking boys' toys. It's something that they freak out about. Oh, it's fucking. It's not like if you had a daughter and she wanted one. If she took it up to the register, like it would electrocute her or some shit.
Yeah.
It was just over in the fucking boys' aisle.
Yeah.
Hell, I was a huge Batman fan. Do you think I didn't have Batgirl? I had to go over to the girls' aisle to get it. Guess what? It did fry me when I went up there to get the damn thing. I had a Batgirl. Hell, I had a Bonnie woman. I had Steve Austin. I had the $6 Million Man. I had Bigfoot. I had Oscar Goldman. By God, I wanted Jamie Summers. Had to go over in the girls' aisle to get her. I didn't explode when it come up there. It just went to a fucking different aisle.
Yep.
Wasn't like it was a gatekeeper sitting there going, hey, you got a penis. You can't go here. But now hell they act like it is. Well, how dare you put this in boys' toys? You fucking idiot. That's who in the hell's buying this shit.
Yep.
Hell, I know plenty of cats in hell. If they had He-Man, they had She-Ra.
Yep.
Hell, they put the fucking horde in the damn thing. I don't care. Yeah, you buying Bo, I'm looking at you funny. But other than that, but I mean that's you see what they've done to Star Wars, which should be a red flag. You see where they're going with Marvel because they telegraphing the hell out of it. I figure by this time in 2022, we'll be doing one of these damn shows about what the fuck are you doing? Because they're going to take that and do the exact same shit, and any guy that comes along goes, you pretty much ruined the fucking comic book that I like. Ismphobe! Because it can't be that this shit that you putting out just ain't no good.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be something wrong with the viewer. You don't like this? Well, no. Well, then you hate women. No. Well, then you're obviously racist. Well, I'm black. I'm like Sam Wilson's Cap now. I'm not saying you couldn't have done a black Cap, but out of the ones that you had, you picked the one that talked to fucking birds. It sucked. And hell, the MCU version can't even do that. So he's completely powerless. I ain't jazzed. Only reason why I'm jazzed for Captain the Falcon is because I like Mackie Stan.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're funny as hell, and I figure that ought to be an entertaining show. But as far as Sam Wilson's Cap, no. Why? Because he don't have powers.
He's just a normal dude.
He literally he shoots people. that's
He has a jetpack and he shoots.
I mean, he killed some folks in Endgame, but it's still, you never looked at him and went, oh yeah, he'd be a cool Cap. No. I didn't want Bucky Cap either. I wanted Steve. I wanted them to go, Chris Evans is leaving? Well, thanks for establishing this character. Search for the new Cap.
Yep.
And then you keep
Which is
having,
how they had said they were going to do it originally.
but they went and,
If they wanted to do a black Captain America, I would have loved to have seen them do the truth.
Yeah.
I'd love to have seen the truth. Hell, I'd have loved to have seen any of the damn Bradleys in there. Why? Because they have fucking powers. So then you're not sitting there going, this is inferior ass Captain America.
Disney, if you're listening, if you do the truth, you're gonna,
It's true.
you're gonna get not only the comic book
Yeah,
nerds,
it's true.
but the black community that rallied around the Black Panther, you would get them too.
Yeah.
That's money.
They ain't gonna do the truth.
Disney probably ain't happy with Black Panther's success, truthfully.
You notice?
They like the money, but
No. They never planned for Black
Yeah.
Panther to succeed.
when Captain Marvel came out, they made absolutely certain that Monica Rambeau was going to be a sidekick at best.
Yep. Yeah, they don't. Let's not get crazy. They don't really want black heroes. And the trick is, T'Challa's a boy. They already talked about replacing him with Shuri, and the second they do, well, that's the end of be supporting.
They ran one of the books out of
Yeah, that's always how they've gotten rid of Black Panther, even in the books, is they replace him with somebody. Oh, we'll replace T'Challa with Casper Cole. Not buying this. Oh, this book don't sell. Yeah, it's because you took the person that I liked and got rid of them for some son of a bitch that I don't care about So I stopped giving you money. Well, you hate biracial people. No, I hate Black Panthers that aren't T'Challa or T'Chaka. If you're gonna replace T'Challa with T'Chaka, I'm still there. It ain't one of them two, fuck your book. I don't care about Shuri. I don't pretend to care about Shuri. The movie improved the hell out of Shuri by giving her a personality, because the one in the book sucked. She was basically Paris Hilton. She was. They gave movie Shuri T'Challa's intelligence and made her cute. Which, okay, I can deal with that. She's bright, she's cute.
And they had a good dynamic as far as the actor and actress went, as a brother sister.
Yeah, they came off as sisters.
Yeah.
They did a good job with that.
But the trick is, they almost immediately went, see, look at her. They have to hold her back from fighting M'Baku. Motherfucker, please. M'Baku picked up grown men by the scuff of their neck, made speeches, and then threw them 10 feet. Sure, he weighs 110 pounds if you gave her 100 pounds of bricks. He'd have pitched her ass off that damn waterfall like a paper airplane.
Yep.
You don't get to use your little useless Panther gauntlets that have only beat 2 no-name sons of bitches in the entire 3 fucking movies she's used them in. You don't get to even use those, so she got to go mano a mano with a son of a bitch that's, 6'5", 300 some pounds, and she weighs maybe $1. Yeah, he'd take her little ass and go, flick, new king of Wakanda. Hell, I really don't give her a good shot against Nakia.
No.
Because Nakia's a fucking fighter. So, yeah. But that's the rumor. The rumor is they're going to replace that because, and I'm sure they will because, like Jason just said, they didn't really want. Black Panther became the excuse for them to basically run truly a bunch of white women. That's what's coming from it. And like most movies where, Star Wars is a success, so you get Battlestar Galactica and all these knockoff Star Wars movies. Yeah, because Star Wars made money. Or if you have like a hit giant monster movie, so you get like a bunch of other giant monster movies. Well, Black Panther was a movie with a black hero. How many black hero movies have come out since then? Hell, the only one that you got on deck is Blade. And shit, you should have had that a long time ago, because hell, Blade's the reason why you got this era comic book movies in the first damn place.
It is already a proven success.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Disney was going into, was expecting the Blade level success. They were expecting a successful movie. They wanted a successful movie. When it blew up the $1 billion, when he was the highest individual character movie, that was not where they wanted to go.
Yeah. Because because look how they fast-tracked Spider-Man. Oh, look, we're going to do another Spider-Man movie. You do realize the first Black Panther made damn near as much just domestically as Homecoming did in total.
Yeah.
In total. Spidey ain't the one. But they still, oh God, we've lost Spider-Man. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. You go, oh, well, this last one made $1 billion. Still ain't crossed Black Panther's money. Didn't. Captain Marvel didn't pass Black Panther's money, but it's, we got to do this. And now we'll make Spider-Man Captain Marvel sidekicking. Yeah, your highest grossing individual superhero, yeah, it's a black guy. And the only thing you get out of this is we got to replace him. So, or you get, when you go on the board, you get the asterisks. Well, it was overrated.
No.
Well, let's see. It made more money than any individual hero, period, including Iron Man. It won an award at every fucking award show it was nominated for, except the Golden Globes. It's the first superhero movie to be nominated for Best Picture for an Oscar. But Spider-Man is... What the fuck? Spider-Man ain't won shit.
I saw on the internet.
As in ever.
Yeah. I saw on the internet, I can't remember what page I saw it on, but like they showed, okay, here's Black Panther, here's how much it made domestically, and here's how much it made internationally. Then they had like Iron Man 1, 2, and 3, Captain America's batches, and they showed you the money breakdown. Some of them, like if you took the first 3 Iron Mans, that money would hide in the Black Panther money.
Now, to be fair, those were also the first ones. Marvel had to build up.
Yeah, they had to build up, and they took into account like inflation.
You gotta do that for any kind of fair comparison.
But it was one of those things. The person that was doing the article was like, the money here's how much it cost them to make it. Here's how much they owed people for royalties, this, that, and the other. This right here was all profit. They took this money and can make this, and still have money left over. They haven't been able to do that with Star Wars. They haven't been able to do that with any of the other Marvel properties, any of their cartoons, any of the other Disney property. Like, Black Panther made more as a movie than they did at one of the parks for that year.
But yeah, that was the trick. Was Black Panther made money in the realm where they get to keep most of the money, because your international stuff, you don't get as much of it as you do a domestic something, and it made more domestically than fucking Infinity War did. It did. You can sit there and go, well, but it's almost like that was black people's money. And that's I say that to go back to Disney's fucking problem in a nutshell. It's like certain money don't spend or some shit. Well, if a bunch of guys come out and see this, we can't keep the lights on with money that comes from men. It's stupid. It's stupid. And these people went to business school.
And
they did.
To answer the question that we're really asking with this, what the fuck is wrong with Disney? I think we would need to know, what does Disney care about? It doesn't care about the fans.
Nope.
It doesn't seem to care about the money particularly, because they're cutting their own throat.
So it's got to be the message.
So yeah, I mean
it's literally got to be the message, because
they know nobody's going to pay for their politics, so they have to wrap it up in something that's already popular and already established. And if they wreck that in the process, if they douse it with kerosene and set it on fire, well, they don't care. There'll be something else popular they can move on.
That's literally got to be the answer to the question, because it's anything that actually floats a business is money.
Yeah.
And it's like they go,
well,
money.
Like one of the video casts I was watching, this guy, he was talking about, the superhero movies, horror movies, this, that, and he was talking about a bunch of different genres. And he kind of got political for a minute, and he goes, this one talks about, this money comes from the male crowd, this money comes from the female crowd, this movie comes from the gay lesbian crowd, this money comes from the such and such crowd, this money comes, he goes, it's all still money. I don't care whose pocket it come out of. If it's a US dollar bill and it says e pluribus unum and this is good for all debts public and private, that's $1. You can spend it wherever because they have to take it. I don't care if it came out of some dude that was polka dotted. It's money. And that's the fact. He said that's the thing they're missing in all this. Quit trying to dissect where the money's coming. You want to dissect and find out, okay, does this character play well with this group? Does this character play well with this group?
How dissecting that started was them trying to figure out how to appeal to that group. Where did most of our money come from? Okay, what do they like about it? How can we work that into this other stuff?
Yeah, that's a marketing thing.
Yeah, but he said the way, like you were saying, the way that they come across is, well, we can't spend this money here. We can spend this money here. It's like,
yeah, it's like all money ain't green. It's literally how they're going about the thing is, and it's like, well, we don't like money from it's fucking money. What the hell are you talking about? It's we want female money. Well, okay.
But certain women are going to go out.
Men are giving you money. Well, fuck them. We'll take the few of them that stick around for us with the female money, but if we lose 99% of them to get half of what the fuck we had in women, then it's a success.
It occurs to me that the answer to the question might very well be that Disney has forgotten they're an entertainment company. That may be the problem.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know if they're thinking they're important, and they're not. I mean, anybody with their level of money can make themselves seem important, but if they disappear tomorrow, it's not really affecting anything in the world.
No.
Other
It
than
ain't-
being
it ain't-
entertainment.
Yeah, it's entertainment. It's not art.
And I think maybe they have forgotten that. Maybe they've gotten so full of themselves that either they think they can push their politics to, shape the world as they want.
Or they think that it's more of them than they are, and and like I said, as somebody that went to college for business, I sit there and go, you can't be this damn blind. You went from, hey, we make billions of dollars in toy sales to, this shit's just sitting here and hell, Walmarts and shit like that are reducing the amount of space that we have. Why? Because we told the people that bought the toys to go to hell, and they basically went, okay,
And I'm taking my money with me.
yeah, fuck you.
Yep. I'll go find something else to spend
Yeah.
my money on.
And that's, when they go to the comics, they go, well, people just aren't buying comics anymore. No, they're buying the hell out of manga. What's your comic books? They just said the hell with you. I don't have to buy Marvel. I don't. Fuck your shit.
Yep.
Take your Ms. Marvel and your Mrs. Marvel and your gay Iceman and all that, and you just sit there with that shit. I'm going over here.
But it's like I've
Because the
said.
shit don't, and that's the thing is, and they'll argue that it was a big success. They are actually selling comic books to libraries now because people don't buy them.
Yeah.
And they can go, well, it's because it's a specialized market, and going into a comic shop is not a safe place for women. They don't feel. Those women that came in the shop when we used to hang out all the time.
And in today's, I want Walmart.com, Amazon.com. You want something? They can send that shit to you overnight
The trick
or
is,
in a day or two.
the trick is people ain't reading the shit because the shit ain't no good. That's the trick. If I have an emotional attachment to Thor and you go replace it with Jane Foster, guess what? I ain't buying no damn more. I ain't buying Thor. And it's the fact. You got books. Now, a successful book for them now would be about what Generation X was back in the 90s. Generation X in the 90s sells more than hell like their top tier books and shit do now. Because people are going, it's amazing. People buy manga. People are going to read the old shit.
Yep.
You find a classic something, oh hell yeah, it's a classic run of Walt Simonson's Thor. Pick this shit up. Oh, what you got? Jason Aaron Thor? No, you can keep that. You take that shit.
Yeah, some of the classic stuff's actually outselling new stuff.
And they go, well, why is that happening? Because your stories suck. You've gone so far. I go, make this message porn. And people go,
I don't feel like paying for that.
I don't feel like paying for message porn. There's real porn I can buy.
Or not buy.
Well, it's like I've said before. You want a gay character, you want a transgender character. You
Then
want
introduce them.
Introduce them. Introduce a character that has a concept that, hey, this happened in their life.
That is never going to happen.
Yeah.
And I will tell you why it's not going to happen. It's because it's a power fantasy and people don't want to read that shit. That's the cold, hard truth. You can listen to it and go, oh, that bastard, I can't believe he said that. Yes, I'm saying it. I don't care if you like it or not. People, it is a male power fantasy. People are not going to buy that shit. Iceman's entire run was, this is how Iceman learns to be gay. Who in the fuck wants to read that shit?
Exactly. But
A big chunk of nobody.
But what I'm saying is, like, back in the 80s, when they introduced Alpha Flight, North Star, from the very jump, as a reader, you knew that his character was gay. There was no doubt about it.
Trick is, he was on team.
Yeah.
And see, here's the thing with the message. Here's the thing with this generation now. I'm going to show my fucking age. I'm going on old man rant. Here's the thing with that. You want to be right. That's the thing. You're afraid of being wrong. If you go, well, here's a brand new gay character and the shit don't sell, guess what? Means ain't no audience for it. You're wrong. Can't do that. That's the reason why you got, 12 fucking volumes of Captain Marvel since 2012. It's because they can't admit yeah, we changed this character to an unlikable son of a bitch, and nobody wants to read this shit.
Yep.
But that takes some self-reflection to go, okay, I was wrong, let's course correct. Fuck that shit, because I can't be wrong, because my message can't be wrong. Can't be. It's got to be the people that read it, it's something wrong. There's a bunch of damn ism folks don't want to read this about gay Iceman. Hell, the fact, you know, and when the fans went, how the hell is he gay? I've been reading this motherfucker my whole life. Because, I mean, even at our age, we could literally have read the character of Iceman our entire damn life.
Yep.
And you was in a meeting with thought bubbles. So you ain't never had a thought bubble where you looked at Angel's ass and said, oh yeah. You ain't never had that. Ever.
No.
When they go, it's bold and daring, we'll make him gay. And people went, fuck that character. But they had to do that because, hell, they tried to come up with some kind of black transgendered something. I can't remember if it was dark or some Tyra Banks based dude that was in the end of this last run of Iceman. You know what that shit did? Nobody wanted to read that shit.
Nope.
Nobody wants to read that shit. Here's a news flash. People don't read comic books to see comic book characters fuck. Anything. Anything.
There's probably subgenres out there.
Well,
but
it's usually hentai or some shit. But that's, if you're reading the latest issue of Wolverine to see who he's banging, you've progressed the novels. Take your ass on somewhere.
Comics are an action genre. Superhero comics are an action genre.
Yeah.
You have a little threads and other stuff in there, but ultimately it's an action genre.
I could have went my entire life without seeing the Batwing.
Yeah. But what generation is this? You want to see Batman's dick? No!
And the reaction from it had them backpedaling. They weren't happy with that.
I've seen a thing where they were going, well, they should make Joker homosexual. The thought of Joker fucking anything is gross. I have never, even when they had added Harley Quinn, I have never looked at Joker and went, man, I bet you he knocks the hell out of that. Ew! Joker is sexless, like most fucking comic book characters are to me. I don't care what the hell they fuck, because I ain't some shit that I'm sitting around thinking about. And I look at your ass weird when I see that you do. Man, I bet you sometimes when it's cold in the Batcave, Batman and Robin get it on. Bleh! No fucking thank you. No thank you. Don't need to see the Wasp and Hank Pym's sex life.
Nope.
I don't need to know what the Joker's fucking. I don't care what orientation he is. That takes Joker into a place that, I think Spider-Man might be bisexual. Why? How does that enhance any damn thing? And this is coming from a person that, hell, I ain't sitting there going, I love to have a black character. By that same token, it depends on how the hell you show that black character. I'm not one of these that go, sweet God, Ironheart's black. And then I read the book. She's a goddamn sociopath. Well, I gotta support it because it's black. No. Oh, look, they got Moon Girl. She's the smartest person in the Marvel Universe, but I'm old enough to remember Moon Boy, who was a goddamn ape who had the exact same power. Oh, you trying to be slick. Fuck you. Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur got the finger from me from day fucking one. Because I used to read Devil Dinosaur and Moon Boy, so I knew what the hell they race swap, gender species swap there.
Yeah.
You will never get me to support a goddamn thing with that character in it. Cause it's a monkey. Moon Boy is a monkey. A literal fucking monkey.
Yep.
But he was the smartest monkey.
Yeah. So they would take a little black girl and do the same thing. You motherfuckers really that damn thirsty?
Apparently they are.
Well, I don't know how that book's on.
About like the rest of Marvel shit, barely. But she's gonna get a cartoon. Lawrence Fishburne came out and was like, "Oh, I'm producing a Marvel cartoon with a black teen character," and I was like, "Bitch, it's a girl." And it was Moon Girl. It was Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur. And hey, you can have a cartoon where it's a little black girl go along with a cartoon form of a fucking monkey. And nope. That was the one fucking thing, you know, when they were doing the Generations thing, I was like, they ain't got the balls to do Moon Girl and Moon Boy. They actually did it in our run. Oh look, Moon Boy showed up. What is he? A fucking chimp? People didn't get upset about that because, newsflash, people don't read that shit. Everybody gets all hyped up. See? They've come out and officially said that she's smarter than Reed Richards. You read a book? What happened in the last issue? I had that argument online.
Well, that's all the message board stuff is. The people that get excited about it aren't actually reading.
No, because nobody reads the shit. So it's, you know, I'm all hyped up about what happened last issue. Ooh.
Yeah.
I did that in an argument with Ironheart. It took a day before somebody came along and she went to Wakanda in the last issue. Yeah, a day later after you done Googled the shit, hell, gone on a free site and read the shit, something like, that ain't a fan. You ask me, what the fuck happened in Avengers last issue? I can tell you right now. What happened in the last issue of X-Men? I can tell you. What happened in the last issue of Hulk? I can tell you right now, because I read the shit. I read the shit that I don't like. I was sitting there going, hell, I know what the hell happened in Ironheart, because I read the crap. But you, the fan, by God, we need this. What do you read it? Hell no. Read that shit.
I guess that's another thing we could say was a problem with Disney and by extension Marvel. Is that they're coddling everybody except the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love you as long as you never gave them money. If you ever gave them money, you were just a John and a whore, and we don't cotton the whores around here. But by God, if you were that guy that, you know, that came up, hey, you like me? Fuck off. God, we love you. That's who they chase.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess that's enough rants. Fuck Star Wars. Who's going?
Well, we've got a podcast.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're all going to see it.
Left hand to ward off guy. Oh, well, that's been our show for today. I've been your host, CDO113. With me today,
The experience that some call Jason.
And Todd Father, like, share, subscribe. Feel free to go into the comments and talk about where, you know, that horrible Negro was wrong with everything he said. Everybody loves these fucking characters. You know,
Feel free to go on Facebook.
hell, send
And
a
talk
link of
about it
this
like
to
we're
Trump.
dogs. Just link to the page.
Like I said, send a link to Trump. He likes to rant about stuff. Let him rant about us.
my God, now you're anti-Trump. Good Lord, you just can't put you sons of bitches in a box.
Peace. We're out.